No, that is not Mika. Finally.
Are we
Finally.
winning? Are we a bunch of winners?
We are a bunch of winners.
Hey, technology, you're thinking. It wants to
Yeah.
call the matter. My kids didn't put their arrows back.
Wow. You know what, my darling? As long as you are finally here, like
Yeah.
technology
But
in
when I
it,
ignore ke motho gone ke ha ke tsona ke stress.
you are live, you are glowing, darling.
Thank you, my sweetheart.
Welcome, welcome. I di pudi di kgotsi, ma. I di
DJ le
phologolo di
dikgotsi.
jele. Di jele di
Di mo
kgotsi.
gatla pudi. Dipudi di mo gatla pudi.
A di robetse anong.
Di robetse. Au, di robetse di ikhuditse.
Da ra motlhe go a itumedisa. She's not a girly girl. Most times you'll find her sweaty with her gum boots on and her dirty fingernails because she's a farmer. Not only is she a farmer, but she's also an entrepreneur. She's a motivational speaker. She's an art curator, as well as a philanthropist. She is beautiful on the inside out. She oozes confidence. She is the one, the only, Tumi Tlhabi.
Yay!
Welcome, darling. Welcome,
Thank you so
welcome,
much.
welcome, welcome. Before we simolola, ke kopa gore o mpolelle, darling. What is an art curator? Because it sounds so fancy, hey? Like, I'm like, okay.
Me, there's nothing fancy about it. Basically, what an art curator does is source, identify art pieces that can be sold, decide how can representation installation. How are you going to hang it? Are you going to suspend it?
Okay.
You know, are you going to be putting the sculptures on top of what? Are you going to suspend them and stuff? And basically compile all the information that is available on the artist, on the artwork, as well as to basic information that you'd normally find, would be the size, the medium of the artwork, the price, and the story behind the actual art piece.
Oh, wow.
And the selling.
Okay. And
Yeah.
who's your favorite artist?
Yo, can I just please play safe? I love
How?
all art.
How? Mara.
I will try to be politically correct. I think I love art by little girls and boys. There is just so much honesty in that, and it's so unfiltered.
What?
Honestly, like it's
Okay.
just amazing, according to me.
That is a very safe answer, my darling. But we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. And tell me, do you know how to draw? Can you paint? Is there a little artist, a girl, child inside of you?
There is a little bit. I can use my hands. I can make things. You know, I can make things. I can make my own flip-flops. I can use a needle and make my own dress. You know, those little things. I'm crafty. I can make earrings. Yeah.
So
But drawing and painting, yeah, no.
you are a creative. You are a creative. And
Yes.
and where did your love for farming as well as art start?
Okay, I'll start with art. I think if everyone who has been in Mahikeng or at some point spent time in Mahikeng, back in the 90s to the early 2000s, will say the same thing that I'm about to say now. There is a beautiful culture of artistic people. You know, we all grew up Ria Mabana after school.
Absolutely.
You did something. You had to do something, you know, especially if you were not athletic. Some of us were chucked into music school. Some of us we played instruments, anything, just as long as you also went to Mabana, you know, you did ballet, you did something, but there was always that something. And I remember some days after classes from Mabana, the guys would be sitting by the parking, beatboxing, you know, bokuli. It was just a beautiful thing, even after school. You know, even after school, during basketball games, there was just culture, you know, that just oozed with art in it. So the influence of art started there. With farming, it was pure accident. It's a really funny but beautiful story. So my dad passed on. We buried him obviously, and then a few days after, Rakadi wa mfonela. Hey, Rakadi, may her soul rest as well, because she's also late. Rakadi wa mfonela. A re mawe, ya no re dira eng ka dipudi tse Rakadi tlogetseng. Hey, ke tsana ke stress o swak.
Wow.
Ke founela malome mo mongwe a ke re malome ga se ka nama ga te dipudi di teng somewhere before. Ga te dipudi di teng somewhere ga se ka nama tla ka thipa o bo tla le ka matsogo ba tla go thusa. Today mo gae ke slag. You know what I mean? And Malome gets here, the goats get here. Malome I know. This one is not gonna be a success, Manake. I'm so sorry. Because you would say they are due any minute, they're going to give birth. And a week after, the first goat. That's the first goat that gave birth. Mother of all goats. It gave birth to quadruplets, 4 baby goats. Yep. The second one gave birth literally, I think 2 or 3 days later. It was triplets.
Sure.
And the third one, which was I had inherited 4. One was male, and the rest was female. 3 was female, and the last one to give birth gave birth to twins. Yep. So Clark Moraga, and I had to now. My mama was already saying one like holomo ki mo motseng, you know, and pudi wa itse gore ntse yang. So I had to keep and buy a little piece of land and start now thinking about literally developing this as a realistic business model, because I couldn't keep on taking money entertainment I'm not gaining anything from. And for me it became a really emotional thing, because I didn't really have a close relationship with my dad. So for me it was we all know for he made my soul really happy to a point where I now started becoming closer to these goats more than I did with people. I remember whenever I had good news or I felt like crying, really emotional. Hey, and for me it's a very safe space, because we know how friendships are like. There are certain things that I cannot really share with a friend, or that are embarrassing or whatever. So for me it was I can actually offload. This is my very safe space. So I can cry and do whatever, and I won't hear mamang are inga whatever it is that I needed to offload about. So that's why I have other animals, but goats are my favorite.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. And I can attest to the fact that they're your favorite because you've got a few at home. And I've
Yep.
met some of them. I'm actually going to post the pictures. And it's
Yeah.
like they are just part
Yep.
of the family. And you've done such an amazing job with the gift that you were given. I believe it's a gift from your dad. You've done such an amazing job, especially as a woman, because farming is often seen as such a male dominated industry. Speaking of which, number one, what has been the greatest challenge as a female farmer, and what has been your greatest accomplishment as a female farmer?
I think the biggest challenge is common, not unique to me.
Mm-hmm.
Stock theft.
Sure.
Last year I lost about close to 40 goats, and
Sure.
that for me was a knock because I really really loved them. So Motodi I really did hurt me a lot. Sometimes I would just sit and say, Mara, ke ngana sa tse dinku kana dikgomo, and leave the goats, you know. Stock theft is crippling across board. It doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, or female, whatever. Stock
Absolutely.
theft is really, 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 really painful. It sets you back not just economically, emotionally. Because you spend money, you spend time, you dedicate so many hours of your day, and especially if you like me, you these are your spirit animals. These are your companions. They're not just animals, Mohon. So that alone is just the biggest challenge that we have as farmers. Yeah, being able to work and refine, keep on working on my business model so that it suits me and it works for me. It's something that a lot of black businesses really struggle with. I also struggled with that a lot. Wanting to use the same business model throughout, even if you're growing, you still want to do things the same way. You don't want to incorporate certain elements so that your business grows and you grow with it. So I think that was the most, that is the most, actually, that is the most successful thing. Growth is something that is inevitable. It happens whether you want it or not. It happens, it's there. So I think allowing myself
Absolutely.
to grow in this space and embrace it, and not be afraid to make those mistakes. And I'm glad that I made the mistakes that I made when I started, because I'm at a point where I cannot afford to make any mistakes.
Mm.
I cannot.
Absolutely. Would you say that growth is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned in the business?
Accepting and learning that growth is inevitable is what I learned.
Absolutely. And earlier on you spoke about the goats being your safe haven, your safe space, and just that protective space that you can run to when you can't find anybody to pour your heart out to. And is that where you go when utrako social media? Because we know you now and then. Watsena, watwa, watsena, watwa. How important is you know taking some time away from social media? How important is that for one's well-being, for you specifically as well?
For me, it's really reevaluating.
Mm.
Facebook for me when I started as a businesswoman was a business tool. I used it for marketing. It was really helping me, but it came to a point where it wasn't really working for me, and I was investing a lot of time and money and everything else that I was not getting back from it. My biggest clients, the biggest sales that I make are through word of mouth. You know, people come and they're like, yo, dipudi tsa gago di a phatsima, dikgomo tsa gago di a phatsima di dintle. Recommendations that I get on Facebook and end up as that recommendations. If I've ever made sales from Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, it was 1% of the actual, you know, overall turnaround in gross or profits that I made. So you see, I cannot keep on investing on a tool that is not really what's the word? That's not really esa mpusetseng sepe. Ka mantswe a mang ke tla be ke ga metsi ka mind. Putting energy into something that is you're not reaping anything out of. So it's not a really useful tool for me. And to be honest, it was taking a lot of time away from the things that I really needed to concentrate on, like intensify goat farming and leave the social media pressures of having to be relevant or to be. I'm a clown naturally, you know that. But really, do I need to be clowning all day, every day on Facebook? No, I don't need that. Can I go on and clown? You know, because that's where I get the most joy, that's where I get the most satisfaction, and it's effective. It's effective. It's me going to the animal auctions that really makes sure or it ensures that I literally reap back the energy that I put in. So leave social media happy for my mental health, for peace. You know, the more
Hello. Okay, we've lost Tumi a little bit over there. We're just gonna try and add her again. Just having a beautiful conversation there, you know, about her love for farming, her love for art. She's such an inspiration. I met the goats. She's doing an amazing job. She has employees. She's doing well in both crops and livestock. And you know, not only does she create employment, but she also gives back. She's a motivational speaker. She speaks to young girls, and I'm hoping we can get her back to continue talking about the wonderful work that she's doing. Let us see. There we go.
yes, darling, you were just there smiling like this. It froze. You were just like
And
smiling.
and now your screen is black again.
No, it cannot be. Albert home.
I'm telling you, it is
Okay, let's
black.
restart. Let's restart this thing.
It is black, darling.
We're going to do.
Oh, sorry. I cut her off there. But we're just gonna try and get her back. In the meantime, guys, please do ask questions. Whatever it is that you want to ask to me, please do ask her. I will be sure to ask some of your questions live to her, and hopefully she'll be able, excuse me, she'll be able to answer them. Um, Crispy Hallworthy says, I'm loving this. Thumbs up. Thanks, Crispy. I am also loving having this conversation with Tumi. She's such an inspiration, isn't she? Sorry, guys, for all the technical issues that we've had today. Yeah. But we promise to do better as of next week. Strategy of how to get this right. Let's try and get Tumi back. Tumi. Okay. Kana Uncle Cyril Khatewa today. I don't know if he has started, but let's update that, guys, because clearly. Let's see what's happening. There we go.
Are we
Yes.
good?
We are good, my darling.
Yeah,
we are good. What are you afraid of?
I am afraid of leaving my daughter on this planet, in this life right now.
Wow. And speaking of your daughter, anybody who knows you knows how you love your daughter, and you guys have such an amazing, special relationship. What do you love most about motherhood?
I love the fact that I am able and entrusted by God and God's to just life. Like confidence e mo go nna bathong. Like
like, dude, it's such a huge and great responsibility, hey? And it's just
you know what I mean? Like, yo, God is brave, guys. God is brave to make me a mother.
Yeah, no, we know that there are a lot of women who don't deserve. Can you hear me? Awanguda.
Okay, phrase it gape mos.
We can hear you loud and clear, madam. Hi. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, bo.
I'm saying.
I can hear you. You're good.
There's a lot of women who definitely do not deserve cool. to have that such an amazing job. Well done to you, mommy with the most. Can you hear me? She's gone again. Masego Mogotsi a re dumelang basadi ba bantle. Dumela mosadi o montle le wena o amogetswe. Our guest is frozen again and we've lost her. Re tlo go leka go mo busetsa gape ka gore kwa re network ya gage ko Mahikeng kwa ga ke itse gore a o ko polaseng ko morakeng kapo o ko tlung mare network ya gage ya tshwara ya tlogela re tla mo itshwarela ka gore it's not her fault. Let's try and add her again. Add. Approve. Okay.
Ba ga tsona ke mo magaeng ba gona di tower.
Ha gona dithawa and o lehihi
a gona ditaba
gape.
tse ke go pagama ditlhare sa mogalo le tsore mogalo o ba ba botlhoko yang ga o sena go tlhama.
Mmewe, o lehihi gape ke kopa o dire seno se dirile to bring the light back on because you are dark. Ke dark city ko go wena ko.
Serious?
Yes. Ke dark
No, I don't
city.
know.
I'm deleting you, kopa o boela gape. Go and fix yourself and come back.
Okay. Ay. Ke mathata mo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, ke mathata. Sub-saras, like, I'm a saras. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best, and hopefully we can get her back and wrap this conversation up. Okay. A o itse sentle network ya kwa ga Tumi. O se masego mokgwetsinyana. As long as o le witness ya gore nya go mathata kwane. Go mathata kwa go ga Tumi. But let's hope that we can sort it out. Here we go. Wa tshwara wa tlogela. Ke kopa le botse Tumi dipotso, please. Please ask her questions. Feel free to ask her questions. She's a farmer. She's a businesswoman. She's an art curator. She's a motivational speaker. She's a philanthropist. And she's a mother. She's a mother. Okay.
Are we together now?
I'm
I'm eating kale. I'm a little rabbit. I'm on kale.
So listen, Kao Pillow smile ma. Who's putting that smile on that face, huh? Who's keeping that smile on their face? Huh?
Her name starts with T.
Excuse first. Excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. And just how do you balance all the different hats? Being a mom, being a love to somebody, being a motivational speaker, a philanthropist, an entrepreneur, an art curator, a farmer. Like, how do you balance everything and still make time for Princess and for Lava?
If you're really passionate about things, it doesn't matter how many you have in your basket. Everything just flows. You know? Balance just naturally happens, especially if when you are a balanced wholesome being. So you don't need to be juggling a lot of things at the same time. Everything just flows.
And what's the
With
first thing that?
princesses,
Oh,
ma.
no, you can continue, babes. Continue.
Okay, with princess, it's beautiful with princess because she also loves being at the farm and being handy and helping. And my partner is away in a different city. So it's all about balancing. It's all balance that just flows naturally. Ga
And
selo
tell
le sa
me,
gago mma ke sa gago.
yes,
Ga ile sa gago, yana ke sa gago. Le ga pula e
what
kana ka dishaping. Ha?
Wankutla, what are
O
you
tla
most?
o freeza wait. A se network ya ka fela e betang.
No, as phone ya lla ka kwano, phone ya lela. So
Oh, okay.
that's why.
Okay.
What are you most grateful
Okay.
for?
What am I most grateful for? I am most grateful for life, for health, for family and friends. Um, but I'm most grateful every morning when I wake up and I have these amazing women, these amazing men around me every day, who are just so full of love and life.
Mm.
There's no way that it's it's just I just get overwhelmed when I speak about it. It is I live a love-filled life. I think you've been around me and just go monate, man. Hey, go monate. I am
Absolutely.
really grateful for that.
Wow. And one thing I've noticed about you is that your cup is always full and you are always pouring it out to the rest of us. You are the one person that I know that I come to if I need that kick in the butt. Ari, pull up the socks. We're rolling up the sleeves. Ha gona nako ya go lela, let's go. You always
Yeah.
are quick with a word of motivation, a word of inspiration. Let's do this. Let's do this. Draw her inspiration from. When that cup goes empty, where do you go to fill
Um,
that cup up?
I never allow it to go empty. That's the
Mm.
first thing. Never, ever, ever. I look at the little things. Honestly, it's not based on money. It's not based on material stuff. It is just I'm the girl who just smiles when they see a butterfly flying in the sky. Like, and I just become, oh, what do I get gore batho ha tla go tsaya dipudi ya di-order really? Why? Let's join in your spirit and fly with a person. Um, and to think that we lose people that we really, really love on a daily basis. And I get to wake up and I get to have an opportunity, every time I wake up, the first thing I do is taking another chance to go and just spread some confetti around and just, being alive is just a gift enough. So it's our walkly princess to tuck shop that fills my cup. That fills my cup. It's not about I have this X amount of money in my account and I'm going to fly to the Seychelles, vacation, whatever. No, it's all those things come, but they come because I take time to appreciate the little priceless things. And that's why I could never say that my cups run out. Nkampane bogolo ka batla 5 liter ka simolola ka tshela mo teng ga yone if it's overflowing.
Speaking of overflowing, let's talk
Melo, you
about.
froze. Ere ba tlogele
It's
go
not.
go founela.
Ha gona call e tsenang yaanong madali. Speaking of flows and overflowing, and let's talk a little bit about her dignity. One of the things that you and I have in common is philanthropy.
Okay.
You love giving back. You've got women that you help with dignity packs. Let's talk about that. Where did that start? And just your love for community and helping women and giving back.
Um, it's starting farming, and I was faced with young girls. Ke bona young girls not going to school, and discovering that and the circumstances why they couldn't was motivation and reason enough for me to start. And it's something that my grandmother taught me. I spent a lot of time with my granny. So she said, she used to say this a lot, and as I grow older, I get to really understand the meaning behind it. Motho ke motho ka batho. No man is an island. And I'm helping other people does not mean that I'm expecting them to help me. Mara ra itse gore di sa kopaneng ke dithaba. And we are such an angry people. We are so focused on the negative. Every time I mention the word karma, we thinking bad luck, anger. There is good karma, and we are responsible to create that for ourselves. So not just doing it for the fun of doing it or because I have in abundance. It's the little that I have. Can my neighbor not go hungry? It is just simple things. Both humanity, and I'm always preaching that to my close friend. Both can you have it in you to trust that how phone or I would, there's no way if I'm a true person who coexists with others would let you go hungry. And I'm so blessed and really grateful that I have taken time to really select my circle so closely to a point where I could tshwara phone ke re motho a modimo. Hey, hi, that friend is not gonna turn around and because that's how we are. So bobo thing just naturally, just for me, just attracts me to people like that. I gravitate a lot towards people like that because I was brought up like that, and that's what I still continue to do even today.
What I love about you is that definitely charity begins at home, and you help
Is the
the
phone ringing
people.
again, Melo?
No, it's not.
This is not my network.
One point. It's your network. It's your network, darling. Can you hear me now?
Mm,
Wankutla.
I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm saying what I love about you is that charity begins at home, and usimula ka go thusa the people closest to you. You don't just do it just for the strangers. Like, you open your arms, you open your home, you open what you have for the closest people around you, because you find that most times people who give back, baba dirang tsone di charity whatever, ga ba kgone go thusa the people closest to them, the people around them.
Yep.
It's easier to help a stranger than go thusa Tumi ha ka re ke kopa 500, mara o kgona go tsaya 500 wa go reka digrosa o boya go na bo mang ko kae. So I really commend you for that, and that's one of the things I love about you. Tell me, so what don't people know about you? Don't they know? What don't they know?
Why don't they know? I laugh a lot at my own stupidity most of the time.
No,
I just
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what they don't know.
Okay.
What they don't know
Please
is
tell
that
me.
you listen to crazy music. Wankuta.
I lost you there for a minute.
Kero, what people don't know about you is that you listen to crazy music. Oh my word. Can you hear me? Tumi, hello. Tumi must just change position because o batla go ema mo thoko ga artwork and artwork e o kare gona network. Ga gona network mo thoko ga artwork e. Tumi, darling, change position. There is no network next to that artwork. It even rhymes. No network next to the artwork, darling. Shuta hela o batle spot se e tshwarang strong. La ile mo pele ga toilet, as long as ha re batle view, re batla connectivity. Se blief tog. Let's see if we can add her. And wrap this conversation up. O se masego o rutlwa monate tota hela. Ke rona hela nong re sa utlwaneng. Re ntse re haka. But as long as lona le rutla, then that's all that matters. That's the most important part. And Osmasego says, life of simplicity and a peaceful spiritual journey. That's how I know her. God was in a very happy mood when he created her. Definitely. She's such a carefree spirit. Yeah, no, definitely God was in a good mood. That's why now Pilaela Ali in a good mood. And o tshamekela kgakala le batho ba ba mo tlisetsang negativity. She's all about positivity, and she keeps her circle very close, and it's just filled with people babaling positive who have the same mindset. Let's see if we can add her. Aska batla ka Dark City. Ijaja.
Ke taxi di gape.
Obvious.
God forbid. I say network ke lefitshwana. And like I grand and like we don't have wine. If I was having wine, this thing would not be happening. I
Madam,
swear.
ke kopa o cancel re boele gape.
Okay, cool.
And speaking of wine, I don't know if she's going to share this with us. A little bit of good news in that department. But re tla utlwa ka ena. Mong wa ditaba. Let's see if we can add her again. Like, so she's definitely not lying when she talks about, having and she was calling them each by name as I was in the yard there, and immediately when she opens the garage, they all come running. They know that it's lunchtime or breakfast or dinner, and she's just got such an amazing connection with her animals. Like, and it's amazing that it's not something that she planned. It just goes to show that um only God knows the plans that he has for us, and his plans are greater than any plans that we had for ourselves. She probably had her own plans in life. She was just probably just going the artistic route, the creative route, and And then in Daddy's passing, she got a beautiful gift, and it was in her all the time, this love for animals, but it was activated through Daddy's passing, which also, you know, which also tells us that losses are not always such a bad thing, because in losing Dad, she gained something else. And it's just so even more mind-boggling that she didn't even have a close relationship with Daddy, but still, look what he has created. It is in his passing that um, his love for her was shared. The love she didn't feel when he was alive, she now feels um, through the farm business. Dilo tsa Modimo, definitely. How about Modimo works in mysterious ways? I think, you know, Tumi's life is definitely testament to that. Such an amazing, inspiring story, her journey, her life. And hopefully we can get her back, because I don't want you guys to watch me. I could go on and on just having conversations. But I would love to have the madam, the lady of the moment herself, back. Ha network ya mahikeng bathong gata gona dithawa. Ke maleng responsible re kopa gore go tsengwe dithawa tseo tse di tlhokagalang for us to have better connectivity and better conversations, because if there's one thing that lockdown has taught us, is that this is the direction that the world is going. So this is the route. Live shows, live conversations, everything is just going to be online. The class, everything. That's the direction we're going. So please, whoever's responsible for kopa little to thinking ya connection, connectivity, the tower, whatever is needed. So believe church ka boikoko bethu ra le kopa. Tumi, darling, please come back now. Okay, sharp. All right. Okay. Ha re wa bua. Ha re boneng ka ena. Ke a bona gore le mpha di-comment hela le complimenta Tumi, mare ga le mphe dipotso. Ga lena dipotso for ena. But it's okay. I suppose as she speaks, she's answering any questions that you might have had.
PhD via Facebook.
What's the first thing people notice about you when you walk into a room?
That I'm tiny.
No, my friend. I think
what is it?
Your big hair.
Oh, the afro.
Yes. Okay, not today, but on a normal day, I think that's the one thing that people notice. Your amazing, beautiful, gorgeous hair. Ke kopa re fe di-tips ka speedy for 2 seconds tsa meriri tu.
Ma?
Re kopa di-tips. Re kopa tips of how you have such amazing hair, you and your daughter, because I'm still shocked.
Okay. It's very simple. Leave your hair alone. Leave it. Hey, leave it. What the leave it alone. Black hair for black people, hair for black people is really beautiful. You know, just as long as you give yourself time to learn how to take care of it. Just wash once every week, condition it, moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Also, what's important is what you eat.
Mm.
You eat. My daughter is vegetarian, so yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's it. Ga se gore ga o logile moriri o tshwareletse letlalo o tla gola. You actually hurting your scalp.
No.
Hey, wow,
Exactly. But you are missing the other point. Kana now unthetso gore glazerine ma ka ke le busy ke go
Glazerine, mo tlhogong. Kare ke godiswa ke grandma. Mara ke re ke yone moisturization o.
My friend, ga o bue phata gore ne ke go beisa ka glazerine. Ha ke hetsa ha
Glazerine tsa lami. O tlhapi rough.
Ha ke hetsa
O le boima.
ka ke a go reka
No ntshwere monate o massage go le monate gore.
Ka ke a go reka glazerine ha ke hetsa ha guess what? Ka ke hitlela ko bathroom le botlolo le empty. Mika a tshulotse ma a tshetse mo teng ga toilet glazerine ya me.
Excuse, friend.
So I
thought you were going to say gore we nole.
He spilled the whole thing. What do you know for sure?
What I know for sure is I'm a happy soul. Through and through.
How would you like to be remembered?
As a person who lived her life without any apologies, who loved everybody who loved her, who was really appreciative and who celebrated life as it came, under any situation, under any circumstance. A happy soul.
Definitely. I definitely, when your name comes up, when I think about you, I absolutely associate Happy Soul and Tumi Tlhabi. That is definitely how I remember you. And thank you so much for giving us your time. You are an inspiration. You are such an amazing soul. We're going to go into the last part of the show.
Thank you for inviting me. What like
And this time there must be a slag race going on, please.
I cannot slaughter o tla tlhabela dikoko. O tla itlhabela dikoko wa pe madambi go apara ka nna rapa ko ntle and chill. Mare, hey, slaughtering, my sister. I can even pluck the feathers for you as long as you're doing the slaughtering.
On that day, you shall teach me. No, I've never slaughtered. So, like, come on. Like, between you and me, who deals with animals?
I have tried. The chicken ran away without the head.
Hey, that's what they do. We tie the legs. That much
so I'm not going back there. Maybe mom will help us.
So I'm just gonna go into the last part of the show. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, ne?
Okay.
Just answer them as quickly as you can. Humans or animals?
True.
Humans or animals?
True. They're animals.
No. Do you choose
Ask me how.
or animals?
Humans are. I choose what?
Do you choose humans or animals?
Or I choose animals also.
Braids or afro?
Afro.
What is your favorite African country?
Morocco.
Shoes or or barefoot?
Bare feet.
Favorite quote. What's your favorite quote?
It all comes down to love.
Yeah,
It all
absolutely.
comes down to love.
Definitely.
Yep.
And it's definitely been love tonight. It's definitely love in your life between you and your animals, between you and your crops, your family, the people around you. You ooze love, darling. One of the quotes that I was reading today said,
Yep.
prepare for the life you've been asking for. And I added to that and I said, don't let answered prayers find you unprepared. And to anybody who's watching, I'm saying to you that make sure that you are ready for everything that you've been praying for, because everything that you've been praying for is coming your way, but it just needs to find you ready mentally, physically, spiritually. Don't say no, I will start doing this once this happens. Whatever you want to do it now in preparation for wherever it is that you see yourself going. And you are definitely prepared. You are definitely ready for everything that's coming. I wanted to speak about that other little thing that you've just ventured into, but I'm not sure if you're making it public, darling. Huh? Degrade?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Eddie great.
Eh.
Okay, I can share. It's not a secret anymore.
Okay.
I teamed up with a lady who's originally from Rustenburg who resides in Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
We are now the girls with the wines. We have a website as well, our wine club, SJ Wines.
Yes.
.co.za. I'll post up the link under the comments, and your support will always be appreciated. So we also source and ship wine internationally. If we go to an auction at the wine and we find really beautiful blends, she's a specialist, in when it comes to wine selection. So we source that and then we pair that with the art that I sell, and we create a beautiful experience.
Wow, wow. So you've just added another hat. Um, and congratulations to you guys. That's an amazing achievement, darling. You are in the categories of your DJ Zintleze, your Panangs. You are there now, girl. Like, and well done to you. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Well done to
Rebig,
you.
no chom. Rebig.
Yes.
Rebig. Yeah, the girls with the wine.
Absolutely, absolutely. You are such an inspiration, my darling. Like you,
Thank you
like
so
the
much.
sky is not even the limit for you. You are definitely living a purpose-driven life, and what an inspiration it is to watch you. I am honored to be in your circle, even if ke le ko kgorong hela, but just to be able and be part
And
of
I did say you were still on probation.
even if it is
But you know, love you, and thank you so much for the opportunity. My family loves you, by the way. They were
oh,
like, when is she visiting? And I showed them a picture ya Hamika on your way that well WhatsApp status. They were like, yo, he's so cute.
wow, wow. I love them too. I love
Yeah,
them
so
too,
you
even
guys
though they
know
didn't
home. You
want to
can always
smile.
visit anytime.
Mm. I love them even though they didn't want to smile at me. Like they didn't want to smile for me. You are the only one who smiles in your family, clearly.
In my family.
Kwena wa di smile le ditshego.
Yeah, hey, mama a se reke. A re mo nna re simolotse ka ditšhomi ka mosotla bo kgapa dikeledi mo ba go hetile. Because she knows I go all out. A re ba tlo roba pelonyana e tšhominyana o ntse go nyenyeng tšhomi mo.
Hello, ladies. Hi, Tejo. Can Tumi hear me?
Yeah, they're very protective of me.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me,
Huh?
darling? Wangkutla.
You were saying, now I can hear you.
Ke re Tshego Monaisa a re hello, ladies.
Hello, Tejo. She's beautiful. The sun is beautiful.
Absolutely,
She
absolutely.
was there when I started the lifestyle market. She's
Wow.
been to the market a few times and sold her books. I
Yeah.
have signed copies. Hey, big young.
Rebiki, hey,
Big.
get your copy. She was the
Yeah, and I
best.
know she's got a new book that I don't have. I need to get it.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's also doing amazing things. She's also living her purpose. Thank you so much, Tumi, for joining us. Before we go, can you hear me? Can you hear me, darling? Hello?
Can I?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Because what I need you to do,
Yes.
I need you to say, be great for if not you, then who?
Be great. Akahoot, you're breaking.
Be great for if not you, then who?
Okay, be great for you.
For
If not, then who?
if not you, then who?
For if not me, then
If
who? Ah, yay, teacher Melo. Be great.
for if not you, then who?
For if not you, it's like on princess, it's like on the pen. You're also on princess process.
Yeah.
Can I cheat that one?
Be great.
Emma Billy, when I want Hamos, Emma Billy,
See, my darling. Best. This definitely is the best
Yeah,
outro.
get the note. You want me? Get the note.
With my phone.
With that phone.
Mine.
You wanna say hi?
Mine.
Hi, princess.
Big, big great. Like if we got all those puzzles. We're not pelon tech. We're not pelon tech. We're not dira. But that's why you ready to put it up willing in. You see why?
Okay. Be great.
I think it is Tarayan. You put it never. They're in bed.
Be great.
When I got to
We need to wrap this up, please. Princess, do some Be great.
Do this again.
It's simple, my baby. Come and help mommy. Come and show mommy how it's done.
Come
Princess.
help mommy. Be great. Be great.
For if not you, then who?
For if not you,
Then who?
Then what?
but if not me or you. You see?
Why would remix?
Man, I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna peace out.
Me.
Show me, no.
I said
I'm
you.
tired. Kape kgale ke na le sa dipotane. Di ngware di botlhoko ka go buisa sekgowa. Go great. Oh, Squen.
Mmewe,
Bona ka
o ka tshwasitse ko godimo thata wena. O bua bo di-inevitable, o bua bo di-curator. O ka se go palelwa ke be great for if not you, then who? O hakile yaanong. Oh, Tumi. My friend, are you there?
Be great.
For if
For
not
if
you,
not,
you,
yeah, for if not you,
then
then
who?
who?
Yes, guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much, Tumi. Thank you so much.
Dipudi, adik ka sentang ya ka. Be great for you, if not then for who? Ah, Utael.
Oh, guys, this has been the best outro of this season ever.
Oh, hey!
You rock.
Mara,
You rock.
Mara, you didn't even listen, Oslech, you didn't even give me a heads up. What
I never do. That's the whole point.
This is why, dude. This is why Nagola Sake.
Yeah. Be great for the you, for the I, for the
For
me,
you,
for the we,
and then for who, and then for who.
for
And
the
then
who,
for
for the
who?
what.
Hey, like, I'm not understanding this whole thing, man.
You are the one.
I see who is also laughing. Like, it's so nice, guys.
Yo, no, thank you, my friend.
Ooh, let me drink my water and go to sleep.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing having you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. My name is Melo Mthethwa. Please tune in next week at 7 p.m. We'll be on time. This time, I'm speaking to another inspirational guest. I love you. I love you. Be great, for if not you, then who? You are great to me. Yes, you kept on saying, be great, for if not already, you are like, no, the greatness is for the I. Why am I
Not me, then
you?
who? I need to
Because
be
I'm great. No, absolutely. You are great. And you've been a great guest
Of course.
tonight.
Bye.
I love you. I love you. I love you. Good night.
Bye-bye, darling. I love you. I love you too, baby.